Good morning, diggers. I'm gonna attempt to do a little more of like a vlog as I go today. I'm up here at Coastal Plains Raceway in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and today is points race number 3. It's April 16th, day before Easter, and it was kind of not sure if this race was gonna happen with the way weather was looking, but looks like it improved slightly enough that we'll get this in, and today it's a double point, so points count double today. So it was important to me to try to get up here to capture as many points as I can. I didn't grab a lot in the first couple races back in March. So car's out, warmed up, gassed up. I'm gonna take a little warm-up drive, and then they'll be calling us up pretty quick. I don't think the car count's super high today because the weather kept people away and maybe the holiday tomorrow. So it could be a short field, meaning quick turnaround time, so we'll see, but gas is pumped. I got everything kind of ready to go. I just need to kind of set up my laptop, get that fired up, but I'll be ready. Here, I hope to get 2 time hits today. Lately, we've only been getting 1 and then it's first round. And with weather, they may try to hurry things up, but we only get 1 again today, but it'd be great to get 2. I really like to have the data, use that, so here we go. Wish me luck. Okay, just got back from my first time run, and I'm pretty sure I heard him say we're only getting 1. That drives me nuts. I really wish I could get 2. Because the thing about my car, I mean, everybody else probably has their car dialed pretty sharp, and they know. But for me, I still want to have all the data, and at this point, I'm pretty sure that the car likes to pick up a couple in the 60-foot time after the first run of the day. So, I think if I had a second time run, I could consistently see that and be ready for that come round 1, but so it goes. All right, so first time run, ran the left lane, had a 17 light. The car had a 111 60-foot, 111 with a 4. I was thinking it might go like a 110, but it went 111, which isn't terrible, but that's a bit slow, and that's where I'm thinking it's going to pick up and probably go a low 110, high 19 come first round. So I need to be ready for that with my dial in. So 17 light, not great, but I think really my goal for today, I'd like to keep my lights teens or better. So I'm there with that so far. And going through the trap, 502 with a 735 miles an hour, so that's pretty right on for the car with that kind of 60-foot time. So I feel really good. The car is running good. No issues starting it up today. Everything seems to be clicking so far. So I'm happy about that. Feel calm and confident that we'll go up there first round, and you see kind of as the weather shifts a little bit, it's really cloudy and overcast today. There's a threat of rain later on. It's a bit humid. It's not super hot. It's in the low 70s, about 71 right now. A lot of cloud cover, gray, so there's not a lot of sun on the track. So that could also be kind of pointing to it being a little not so tight yet, but it'll tighten up, I'm sure. It's happened too many times now with this car that after the first run of the day, it picks up a couple in the 60-foot time after that first run of the day, and then it's pretty right there. So I'm gonna factor on that this time. I really haven't done that in the past. but I feel like I've seen it enough and looking back at my records enough that it's probably going to do that. So we'll see what happens come first round, but I think we're only getting the one time run, so that's where we're at right now. And I'll keep logging this today, try to do this better. I haven't really kind of logged through a race day yet, but I'm just here. I'm here by myself today because of the threat of rain. I wasn't sure if this would get called off. I didn't want to haul out my motorhome and everything. So I'm just up here with the truck for the day. So simple setup, but yeah, we'll see. Round one will be coming up. Stupid. Wow, so just got back from round one. I lost, so I have to buy back. Not happy about that. And really, it's my fault. It's not the car, it's me. So going up there, I factored that the car would pick up at least 1.5 and 60 foot time. Because it seems like every other time I've ever been out with the car, after the first run of the day, it picks up 1 or 2 in the 60 foot time. And I go way fast for round one. This is where I would have loved to have a second time run. It's just aggravating that we don't get that. But, so I went up there figuring the 60 foot would pick up about 1.5. I kind of split the difference between going up 1 or 2. So I put a 5 flat on the car. It went 5:02 with a 7 in the time run, but I figured it would pick up 1.5, probably equate to dropping a couple numbers and be right around 5 flat. And that's not what happened. The car was very consistent. I go ahead and hedge that it's going to pick up in the 60 foot. It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay, last round I had a 111 with a 460 foot. This round I had a 111 with a 360 foot. Practically identical, off by 1,000. So the car was on a dead on 502. Went 502 with a 2. If I would have dialed 502 from the time run, I would have been dead on 2. But I figured the 60 foot's going to go up. So now I'll run with this for next round. 60 foot will probably pick up the next round all of a sudden, and I'll be way fast. But I mean, happy with how consistent it was. I just wasn't expecting it to repeat this first go around. Usually it picks up and then it repeats after that for the rest of the day. So, okay, my light was terrible. That's what killed it for me. I had nothing to play with. The guy I was up against, he was ready to go. He had a 17 light, he was dialed 647. He went 47 with a 1, so he was ready. I couldn't run my number 5 flat. I was all in it with a 502 with a 2. So there you go. And with a 69 light, that's what happens. Just total brain fade. Total brain fade. Still somewhat getting used to making sure I bring the car up a little bit once I'm staged and the other guy's staged, and that kind of tricked me because I started to forget to do that, which I would have been fine. He was a slower car, but like, oh yeah, remember to do that. And then before I know it, the light's coming. So that was my own brain fade stupidity. So I'll get back to a better light next round, I'm sure, but need round wins, double points today. Need to turn on win lights. Oh boy, so quite a bit's happened here. We ran first round, then it started to sprinkle, and that sprinkle became a little bit more of a light rain, and they had to stop for a bit, maybe about 30 minutes, about half hour, because they were down in some rain, so I quickly got the car back in the trailer. So first I just covered it up because it was some really just light drizzle worked out. Went ahead, got the car put away, rained for just a little bit, and then was done. Now the sun's out, the track's dry, and we've run second round. I lost that one too. I tell you, I feel like I'm in a bit of a sophomore slump. Season 2 is like, I just can't get on a win streak here, winning some rounds. At least this one was close. My light came back out of 17. I was dialed 501 because I thought it might pick up in the 60 foot a little bit. Still feeling like the shoe's going to drop on me. It's going to jump up in the 60 foot. And it did, but not enough to make it, really drastic change. So I ended up going 502 with a 2 on my 01 dial, so I wasn't super far off. I had a 17 light, so what is that? A 29 pack. It's not great, right? Well, he was 10 and dialed 589. We went like 590 with a 8 or something like that. Trimmed me up. He had room to trim me up. So, everybody out here is tough, and nobody's going to take it easy on you. That's for sure. And that's what happened. He took me with a 7th thou stripe. So that was pretty good. But I must say, the car is quite consistent today. I made 3 passes, and they've all been to 502. I had a 502 with a 7, went 502 with a 2, and 502 with a 2 again. Any other way you look at that, I mean, it's printing tickets, right? So, just not having these go my way. There was a little bit of an oddity too this last pass. I did get up on the throttle a little bit as we were staging, let go of the button, and when I matted the gas, it stumbled. It took that breath. But thank God I had enough time to recover. It launched fine. Everything was good, but it was scary for a moment that it wasn't going to. It hasn't done that in the last half a dozen passes. I thought I kind of got that cured, but now it kind of crept up on me again. So maybe I just didn't come up on it enough. I might have needed to come up on it a little more. I'm going to sort of check the tape on that one, I think. But yeah, that's where we're at after round 2. So thankfully you can buy back in to the first 2 rounds, so I got one more chance to stay alive. If I can at least win a round here in round 3, I'll get to go on and I'll eliminate people and I'll make some points. But so far I haven't made any points. So tough, dead so far. And the car's running good. It's right there. Just haven't had it go my way quite yet. I was off on the dial the first round, so stick a 502 on the thing round 3. It wants to go 502. I should just stick with that, and that's what we're gonna do. Go 502 on it. This next round, the sun's out a little bit, so that will probably help the track bite a little bit now that it's finally seeing some sunshine. So might pick up the 60 foot just enough, but who knows? We'll see. But that's where we're at. Round 3 coming up. Okay, here we go, trying to keep up with the vlog. Oh my God, I gotta win. Third round, no more buybacks. Everybody's eliminated in third round. And got fortunate enough to get past third round. And that's funny because I got paired up, just by chance, against the same guy I raced last round, who just kicked my ass last round. So I got a chance to get a little payback, and I did. I had a great run. I was down 502. I was 008 on the tree. Car picked up a little bit in the 60 foot. I'd say about 5 thou, maybe a little more. So the car was actually run. It was on a quicker pass. I was dialed 502, caught up to him, lifted before the light, killed about 4 miles an hour, and I was still way out in front of him. I got to work more on trimming it up. I was like 700ths at the stripe in front of him, way in front of him. He had a, unlike his last round where he had a 10 light, he had a 76 this time around. So I got fortunate, I got lucky. He was sleeping because he was dead on 6. He was right on his dial again, so he was ready to go. It would have made it tough had we had real close lights. So yeah, the way the weather conditions change just a little bit, it gets later here. It's about 6 o'clock. The car will actually tends to slow up just a touch. And so if it was a little quicker on that pass because the 60 foot picked up, I think 502's been the number. This is the 4 runs in a row. It's run 502. So it's like, leave it alone. It wants to run 502, let it run 502. So I think that's probably where we're going to be at, but maybe about 30 minutes here before round 4 comes up. So yeah, finally points on the board. Finally a round win, and I get to play a little longer here today. So let's hope we can get maybe into some money rounds. That'd be nice. Well, I got bit by track conditions. Been running the left lane all day. I typically run the left lane here. It's smoother. There's less bumps and patches in the left lane, so I like to run it. Last round, there was an oil down, and I was probably about 5 cars behind that oil down, so they had stopped and cleaned it up and drugged the track and did their thing, but I don't think they got very far down track to clean it up completely. I don't know how far it went down, but anyway, there was an oil down. And so the last round, I got about half track and the car's skating all over, which is very unusual over here. It's not very windy today, it's a very light breeze. So I knew the car had to be spinning. And this is the kind of stuff I would deal with at Kinston when I wasn't tuning the car down a little bit to calm it down. So about half track's walking over, or left, right, just kind of having to drive it. So this round I thought, well, by now more cars are going down, it's gonna be okay. I'll run the left lane, stick to my program. Dialed a 502. The car probably would have run an 01 with conditions getting a little better. So I was holding one maybe, so I had something to play with. I let go of the button. The light felt good. I get down about half track. It starts walking all over again, and so I'm down there having to drive it. So I know it was spinning the tire down track, and I stayed in it because it was like, I ain't catching him. I can't catch him, stay in it. And then it was like, well, I ain't gonna catch him, so I lifted probably later than I should have, but I just lifted, killed maybe 1 mile an hour is all. And all I could run was an 06, a 506 with a 2. That's it. The car's been on an 02 all day. So for it to lose, 4 like that, that's just crazy. That's spinning. It's spinning down track. So I got bit by that. I should have switched to try to run the right lane, not the left. Should have thought of that, but I thought, nah, by now it's done. It's better. Don't worry about it. Keep with the program. But yeah, so I mean, I had a good light. I had a 13 light. That was okay. I was trying to stay teen or better. I only had one really ugly light today, but the rest were teen or better today. So a 13 light to his 24. So I would have had room to play him. He went 50 with a 5 on his 548 dial. So he was, he just lifted big time because he was like, where is this guy? He's not coming. And yeah, I tried to get there, but couldn't. All I could run was a 506. So good job on him. He trimmed it up. He trimmed me up to a 006 stripe. That's really good. But yeah, that ends my day today. So I got 1 round of double points. That's it, just 1. I would have liked to have gotten more than that. So that's racing. That's today, and we'll get back at it. I think beginning of May, like very first weekend of May, will be the next chance to get out here at Coastal Plains for more points. So now I get to put the car away and go home with my tail tucked. See ya.